Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about the Nitro Deck Plus for the Nintendo Switch. I decided to get this because I want to use my Nintendo Switch sometimes and not just play games like Mario and Zelda and Pokemon and all these other classic Nintendo games, but I also wanted to play some shooting games like Fortnite. And for me personally, the joysticks on the Nintendo Switch as they come, the Joy-Cons are just too small, they feel too weak for me, and I can't get a good aim with it. So I decided to try to give the Nitro Deck Plus a try. The Nitro Deck had a previous model before where the Joy-Con or the joystick to the right was at the bottom, but here on the new model it is raised at the top. This is a bit of a different change for a controller. I'm used to PlayStation where the joysticks are at the bottom, but these are both raised at the top, so we'll see how it goes. Here on the back, you have an input and an output built directly into the handheld case, and it has a little kickstand. So if you didn't already know, you can use this handheld case, or grip if you want to call it that, and use it to play directly in your TV because the case itself is actually a dock. So that's an all-in-one piece of equipment. That's actually pretty cool. If you pre-order like I did, you get the HDMI to USB-C adapter for free included. Here on the back, you can see how you can use it to connect to your TV. You basically just connect it to output, put your HDMI cable in it like normal, and you're good to go. Here's a set of instructions, which is going to come in handy in a second. The Nitro Deck Plus works with both the original Nintendo Switch and the Nintendo Switch OLED, as they're both the same dimensions and screen size. All you have to do is take out the controller, slide it into the little dock right here, push down, and it clicks right into place. Now I'm going to walk you through setting it up because I actually didn't set it up correctly. As you can see at the top left it says paired. That's because it's receiving a power source. But I got no response, so I had to go back and read the instructions to figure out what was wrong. So if you read the instructions here, what you actually need to do beforehand is you need to go into your settings on the Switch and put it in Switch Pro controller mode, wired connection. So I had to take it back out, put the old Joy-Cons back on, and then go back into the settings. From here, you just navigate the system settings, scroll all the way down until you get the controller and sensors. Go down to Pro Controller Wild Communication and turn that on. Once you do this, your Nitro Deck Plus didn't work. So now to undo the whole process again, I gotta take the controllers back off, slide the OLED screen back into the dock handheld controller, and I'm going to give it a try again. Hit the power button, should come on, and now that the A button to log into the Nintendo Switch should now work. So now that we're fully in, I'm holding the controller. It definitely has a better grip. It feels more comfortable than just holding a regular Nintendo Switch because it feels too flat to me sometimes. So here I am trying some Fortnite. As I said, I got this so I can try out some Battle Royale and shooting games like Fortnite. So upon initial test, it definitely feels better than the regular Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons. But the right joystick being up to the top right does feel a bit unfamiliar. I wish they were both at the bottom where it feels more comfortable like a PlayStation controller, which is what I'm accustomed to. But, I can get used to it. At least I think I can. So just playing a little bit more Fortnite, just trying to get a good feel for it, and so far I still like it better than the original. Now that we got those tests out the way, I decided to hook it up to my monitor or /TV if that's what you use, to try how it is in dock mode. The case or the handheld grip itself is actually a dock, and to my surprise, it works. It works as if I had to plug it into a regular dock, and that is actually very, very pretty cool. So gone are the days when you had to take it in and out of a grip to dock it. Never mind me going out to 200 cc's, I'm just kind of like that. I'm what they consider probably the best Mario Kart player in the world. But anyways, back to our review. So who is this device for? I would say for somebody like myself who uses a grip on their console because they don't like how slim or slick the console feels. And you don't want to always take it in and out of a dock to have to play it on your TV or on the go. Also, for somebody who likes to play games where you have to use the joystick to aim a lot when you're playing like shooting games, I think this is a very good console for that. And it also has back buttons that you can map, which I didn't really touch on because the games that I play, I don't really use the back buttons on it. Mostly play it for casual gaming like racing and Fortnite, which I guess you could use it to like map something like a jump button or whatnot, but it's not like I'm playing something really, really like sweaty and competitive like Call of Duty where you have to add in those extra inputs to do things like slide cancel and bunny hops and extra movement, things like that. But it does. It has 2 paddles on the back that you can map buttons in. It also has 2 buttons to the left and the right that you can add additional actions to. So there it is, the Nitro Deck Plus. If you have any further questions about it, you can leave a comment below. And if you haven't already, leave a like on the video if you want to see more reviews like this, and please consider subscribing. Thank you.